Good evening, and I welcome you, students. A very important chapter 4 NCERT Science 9th CBFC Structure of the Atom. Something very important, students. Earlier, you have seen the matter is made up of small particles, which we called as, you have said that matter. What is matter, students? Something which has mass and volume.
Yes, sir.
There is a mass and volume. Those substances we call matter. And what we see, you see different types of matter. Do you see different types of matter around you?
Yes, sir.
For example, what you are seeing, you are sitting on a chair, you are using a pen, you are in front of a laptop. If you look around, you see different type of substances around you, chairs, glass, walls, house, and you are drinking water, you are eating food. All these, you are, if you look on the sky, you see air, you see clouds, all this. What everything we said, anything which has mass and volume is matter. But there are different types of matter. So if there are different type of matter, what it means, students? Why should there be different types of matter? What we said, the fundamental particles or the units, the fundamental particles or units which are the building blocks of matter. What are these called?
Atom.
They are atoms and molecules. We have discussed as in 1803, Dalton proposed his theory of atomic theory. You are aware of Dalton's atomic theory?
Yes, sir.
What is Dalton's atomic theory? What the Dalton said, what the Dalton proposed.
Sir, he said that all matter is made up of atoms which participate in chemical reactions.
And what he said, the atoms are divisible or indivisible?
Sir, they are indivisible.
According to Dalton, he said the smallest particle, which is the building blocks of all the matter, are atoms. And atoms of different elements are different. Atoms of different elements have different masses. And therefore, they have different properties. That is one of the reasons why you have different type of matters. Different type of matter will be made from different atoms. So when different atoms will be there, then you will have different type of substances. Solids are there, liquids are there, gases are there. Even in solids, you see some are hard, some are soft. Liquids also, you see some are more viscous, some are less viscous. And you have seen gases. Air is a mixture of gases. Then you have different gases also. So what we say, that matter is there, but different type of atoms will result in the formation of different type of matter, and different type of matter will have different type of properties. That's what we said. Properties.
Yes, sir.
Matter are not the same: hard, soft, flexible, stretchable, conducting, non-conducting, thermal good conductor. So many properties we discussed. But one thing is clear, student. It is important that the fundamental particles are atoms. So the scientists were mainly focused on why one atom is different from another atom. Why? Why you are saying there is an atom of carbon is different from atom of oxygen, atom of hydrogen. What is the reason? That different elements have different atoms, you are saying. So these questions were in the minds of the scientists, that whether the atoms is divisible or indivisible. Now the question is, how will we say that? We will do some activities, we will do some experiments, students. What do the scientists do? They will perform some activities, as is already in the NCERT book. Every time we are saying it is malleable activities performed, we are saying good conductor, we are performing activities, we are performing experiments to verify. So here also there is a need to do activities, there is a need to perform some experiments. Then only we know what we are saying, structure of the atom. But structure of the atom means what is inside the atom. So is the atom is made up of any subatomic particles? Are there any particles within the atom? That is the question, subatomic particles. So important properties of the matter are different. Therefore, we are saying the structure of one atom cannot be same as the structure of another atom. If the structure of the two atoms is same, that means the property should be same. But then question is, what is the structure of the atom? What is inside the atom? So how will we answer these questions? So this was a major challenge, student, in 19th century. Scientists, major challenge. In 19th century was to find the structure of the atom. Structure of the atom. What is the inside the atom? What are the particles which are present inside the atom? And then we should be able to explain the properties of the atoms. So this cannot be answered without doing what? Can we answer this question just looking at the matter?
No,
Tell
sir.
me. Then what will we scientists do?
Activities.
So they will perform activities. They will perform experiments to reveal the inside structure of the atom, to reveal. So series of experiments were done by the scientists. For any experiment, some equipment will be required. If I don't have, can I do the experiment? Answer is no. So people who are having access to those tools are required every time. Scientific tools are necessary in order to perform the experiments. So the whole game is like this. The question before the scientist was the question which was of interest and investigated by the scientist. What makes atom of one element different from atom of another element? These are the questions which were there before the scientists, before the people. Are atoms really indivisible as proposed by Dalton, or are there smaller constituents inside the atom? So we shall find answer to these questions in this chapter. We will also learn about subatomic particles and various models that have been proposed to explain how these particles are arranged within the atom. So what we will learn here in this topic, student? We will learn the subatomic particles, which are present inside the atoms. Then we will learn the various atomic models. Our objectives in this chapter are, we will learn what are the various models which were proposed in order to explain the arrangement of the subatomic particles inside the atom. And then, of course, once we understand the structure of the atom, then we will be able to explain, student, the properties of the atoms. And that is why there was a need of series of experiments. All this can only be said after performing experiments, observations, record the observations of the experiment, and then we will make some conclusions based on the experiments, and then we will propose a model for the atom. That is the way the chapter proceeds. That is the way the structure of atom we will try to unfold. So students, anytime we have a problem, there are questions before us. And in order to answer those questions, we will devise experiments or we will make activities so that we will be able to answer the questions before us. What are the questions? First question, are atoms matter? Whatever you are saying, the matter is there. This is my book. This is my chair. This is a glass. This is a glass containing water. I am sipping the water. Oh, water, heal me. My body, air, water, clouds, everything you are saying matter. Are atoms matter? That's the first question. Second, are atoms and molecules the same? You know, some atoms do not exist independently because they are not stable. So atoms combine to form molecules. They combine to form molecules. So what is the difference between atoms and molecules? Are atoms smaller than cells? In bio, you have studied that the building blocks are cells. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Now the question is cell the smallest part in your body or something smaller than cell is there? What do you think? Is the cell smallest or there is something inside the cell?
Sir, there is something inside the cell.
Okay. So are atoms smaller than cells? Fourth question. Are atoms indivisible? Dalton says atoms cannot be divided. But now we have certain activities, experiments, and also we observe certain phenomenon in our everyday life, which goes to prove there is something inside the atom. Are atoms living? The question, are atoms living or are dead species? Are atoms alive? Are atoms divisible? Are atoms able to exist independently? As I said, only few atoms may live independently. Other atoms combine to form molecules. Are atoms always neutral? Are atoms present in human body? What do you think? Atoms are neutral?
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by neutral, students? We have not discussed anything yet about the charges. There's something called charges, student. That was the reason that matter showed charged properties. You will find, student, that the matter showed charged properties. And that was a very important observation, which led the scientists and people to believe that there is something more inside the atom. It is not always neutral. How we will see some activities, we will see certain phenomenon which we observe in our everyday life. So students, we always begin with questions which are in our mind. And we want to answer those questions. And in order to satisfy those question answers, we will do experiments, we will do activities. And scientists work in greatest challenge, as I said, in 19th century was to find what are the subatomic particles inside the atom, number one. Number two, how these atoms and subatomic particles are distributed inside the atom. And then how to propose models for the atoms. Let us see. This is a journey of structure of the atom, very interesting. Major challenge before the scientist at the end of 19th century was to reveal the structure of the atom as well as to explain the important properties. So what is our intention, student? What is the intention of the scientist? What they are doing? They are trying to find out or reveal what we call as the structure of the atom. If I say is my human body, so doctors are interested. What is the structure of the human body? What do you mean by structure of the human body? Inside the body, what are your organs? How they are working? So we have to know where is heart, where is kidney, where are lungs, stomach, intestines, all those parts which are working, lungs, inside structure of the body, students. Now we know you will see diagrams of the entire structure of the human body, skeleton, and different animals have different bodies, different designs. So here main purpose was to find the structure of the atom and then important properties. And for this, what the scientists did? Series of experiments. It will not be possible to go into complete detailed experiments in 9th class students, but as you will proceed in higher physics, 11th and 12th, you will learn complete details of the various experiments which were performed by the scientists for the discovery of the subatomic particles. They discovered the charges of the particle, they discovered the masses of the particles, and what experiments are there you will learn in higher classes. But here we will give you a sketch of those experiments which were done so that we understand what are the subatomic particles. The first most important information before us is all of us is charged particles in matter. What do you mean by charged particles in the matter? What we are saying, the matter, what matter you have is charged, student, is charged. How will you say matter is charged? There must be some activities, there must be some observation, student. If you run a plastic comb through your hair, students, you take a plastic comb. What do you take? Plastic comb. You rub it. Okay? Have you done it? And place it near small pieces of paper. What happens? What happens? Comb, rub it, small pieces of paper. What happens, student? The small pieces of paper are attracted by the comb. Is it correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Why will comb attract the small pieces of paper, student, when if it is rubbed with your hair? What is happening? How can we explain this, student? This is an activity, you can do it and see. So this was the beginning of what we call as a static electricity. What we are saying, there's some charge which is present inside the matter. So when I'm rubbing the comb, student, what has happened? My comb has acquired a charge after I rub this with my hairs. And then this charge attracts an opposite charge, which is in the small piece of paper, and it attracts. The charge comb causes opposite charge in the paper, and because of opposite charges attract the paper, adheres to the comb. So here we have some interesting thing. You can perform this activity at home. So can we explain this on the neutral form of matter? Tell me that matter is neutral, but then why it should attract small pieces of paper? That means there is some charges which are present inside the atoms. Matter is made up of what? Atoms, you are saying. Second activity, activity 2. Rub a glass rod. This is my glass rod. You can do this in the science lab, glass rod. Silk cloth. Here is a silk cloth. You rub this with silk cloth and bring the rod near an inflated balloon. You have a balloon, student. Balloon. What will happen? What will happen to the balloon?
Sir, it will stick to the glass rod.
What happens? It is attracted. Balloon is attracted attracted, ठीक है, by the rod, by the glass rod rubbed with a silk cloth, student. If I don't rub, then nothing. Interesting. So what is happening when I rub, student? When I am rubbing something, can you tell me what is happening when you are rubbing? If you don't rub it, it is not attracting. What is happened when you rub it? That means some charge is being produced. When some charge is being produced, and an opposite charge will be produced on the balloon, and then the two will stick together. Balloon will stick, it will be attracted. Does that make a common sense to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are now having some interesting things before us. These were observed, student, during the 19th century. That was the reason the scientists were having information that atom is not indivisible. There is at least one charged particle must be there inside that, or this phenomena cannot be explained. Okay. Another interesting thing, student, placing a balloon against a wall or ceiling after rubbing it against woolen or synthetic jumper. Students, I have a balloon. Okay, balloon. You rub this woolen sweater you are wearing, rub this with this. Okay, balloon. What happens? This is my wall, student. What will happen then? Tell me. What will happen to the balloon, student? It will stick.
Yes, sir.
Why should it stick, student? If I rub it, some charge is being created on the balloon. And when I bring it near the wall, an opposite charge is created on the wall, and opposite charges. What is happening? Opposite charges attract each other, students. Therefore, students, what these activities are proving, tell me, what is a conclusion from these activities? Observation, you have observed what is happening.
Yes, sir.
Observation. Then I'm saying, what is the conclusion, student? What do you conclude? Tell me, what is your conclusion?
Sir, that atoms are not always neutral. They are charged also.
So simply I am saying right now, there are charged particles in the matter. And where the charged particles will come, you are saying there are charged particles in the atom. That is what I am trying to say, student. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then where are those charged particles? Therefore, we will have to perform some activities and experiments to find out what are the charged particles. Right?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me say, oh, I will sip water. Oh, water, heal me. Water is energy. Water heals me. Water is my life. Okay. Okay, students, be with me. Just try to understand everything. Our purpose is to make you scientists at a younger age so that you can start thinking and performing your own activities and experiments. Students, from these activities, can we conclude that on rubbing two objects together, they become electrically charged?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good. If I don't rub, what happens? Tell me. If
So
I
they
don't
will
rub,
not get charged.
so I say, okay, very good, very good. Do it. Say very good, very good. Do it. Speak out. Speak out, students. Very good, very good.
Very good, very good.
I'm trying to energize you, because what happens, motivations to students to boost their energy. When you are climbing a strong hill, you know what happens? The team is boosted. There are people who encourage you. You know that? You know, when a lot of high weights are lifted, what do they do? Ooh, have you seen that?
Yes, sir.
By the great sound students. Have you seen Mazdoors lifting heavy weights? What language they speak when they are pulling something very heavy? Have you seen that?
Yes,
What
sir.
they say? जोर लगा के हाईशा. Have you
Yes, sir.
experienced it?
Yes, sir.
Why they do it, students? Just put energy, energy, energy. Everything is energy, students. So one conclusion is there, student. When you rub two objects, students, they become charged. Very interesting. Why should they become charged? All these answers will be given by us in this. Where does this charge come from? Tell me. That means the atom has got some charged particles present in it, right?
Yes, sir.
Therefore, we can say that there are charged particles. I will say that there are charged particles inside the atom, student. Now the question is, which are these charged particles? See how the scientists were having information and how they will do step by step. So by the time our lecture is a story. आपने सुना है कथा होती थी, कथा सुनी?
Yes, sir.
हमारे देश में अभी भी बहुत जगह कथा होती है, तो बहुत सारे लोग कथा सुनने जाते हैं. लॉट ऑफ पीपल गो एंड लिसन टू द कथा. कथा क्या होती है? कहानी. कहानी को सुनने में मजा आता है तो लोग बैठे रहते हैं. तो कहानी में क्या होता है वो पूरी बताते हैं, भाई कैसे क्या हुआ, कब हुआ, सारी इवेंट्स बताते हैं. तो मैं क्या कर रहा हूं? आई एम टेलिंग यू अ कथा, एक कहानी, ए स्टोरी. तो स्टोरी अगर सही है, अच्छी है, तो फिर तुम्हें मजा आएगा. कहोगे हाँ आगे भी सुनते हैं, आगे क्या हुआ, राइट?
Yes, sir.
तो आगे क्या हुआ, आराम से बैठे रहो और सुनते रहो और कॉपी पेन पे नोट करते रहो. यू हैव ए नोटबुक, यू हैव ए पेन, कीप ऑन नोटिंग हाउ द स्टोरी गोज. ओके, स्टोरी, कथा है. रामायण एक कथा है, महाभारत की भी एक कथा है. हमारे देश में बहुत सारी स्टोरीज हैं जिनको लोग सुनते हैं. कितना समझ में आता है? ओके. Now once we know there are charged particles, student, discovery and existence of charge of an electron. देखो सबसे पहले क्या हुआ कि there is an electron which is a charged particle. In year 1897, a British physicist named J.J. Thomson. देखो ये साइंटिस्ट है बहुत बड़ा, ब्रिटिश फिजिस्ट है. क्या नाम है? बी विद मी स्टूडेंट, कथा तुम्हारे साथ पार्टिसिपेट करो. क्या नाम है इसका?
J.J. Thomson.
Thomson. He hypothesized that atom contains at least one negatively charged particles. अब वो कह रहा है there should be at least one negatively charged particle. अब स्टूडेंट्स ये फिजिक्स में हम कहते हैं कि वन पार्टिकल इज नेगेटिव, वन पॉजिटिव. अगेन दीज आर कन्वेंशंस व्हिच हैव बीन यूज्ड. समझे? अगर एक नेगेटिव है तो दूसरे को पॉजिटिव कह दिया. अब इलेक्ट्रॉन को नेगेटिव कह दिया तो उसी को ही हम वी आर स्टिल यूजिंग इट. गॉट माय पॉइंट?
Yes, sir.
Well, there will be particles of opposite charges. That's what we are saying. At least one negatively charged particle. And while working on an experiment, he discovered the electrons. तो उसने क्या किया? Discovered the electrons. तो अभी तक हम क्या कह रहे हैं? इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जो होते हैं वो एक नेगेटिवली चार्ज पार्टिकल्स. What we are saying? Electrons are negatively charged particles. Gas was pushed through a glass discharge at low pressure during the experiment. We are not going into complete details of the experiment, which will be learned in higher classes. ठीक है? ये पूरी details experiment की we will learn later on. So there were experiments we are saying which were performed for discovery of these electrons. Gas discharge experiments were done. Discharge through gases experiment. इसे कहते हैं discharge through gases experiment. तो गैसेस बहुत काम आती हैं, उनके ऊपर एक्सपेरिमेंट किए गए थे. हुआ क्या? कथा अभी स्टोरी चल रही है. Many scientists contributed in revealing the presence of charged particles inside the atom. Do you think there will be only one person? Then story will be there? No. It's a long story, and large number of scientists are working at different points, at different places in different countries. Those who have the tools to go for it. So there is a definite story that there is a charged particles are inside the atom. It was known by 1900 that atom was not a simple indivisible particle, but contained at least one subatomical, the electron, identified by J.J. Thomson. So J.J. Thomson ने जो experiment किया, he identified a negatively charged particle. Even before the electron was identified, E. Goldstein in 18 discovered the presence of new radiation in gas discharge tube are called canal rays. देखो gas discharge tube experiments were done. In higher classes you will learn the complete details of this. और 1886 में Goldstein scientist discovered a new radiations in gas tube which he called as canal rays. Canal rays were discovered. These were positively charged radiation which ultimately led to discovery of another subatomic particle. तो ये क्या थे? Positively charged थे. Positively charged radiations थे student. The subatomic had a charge equal in magnitude but opposite in sign to that of electron. Its mass was approximately 2000 times that of electron. So electron का mass very small है. So positively charged particles were discovered. Mass कितना था? 2000 times. 2000 times that of electron. देखो इलेक्ट्रॉन का मास बहुत स्मॉल है, very small है as compared to this charged particle. It was given the name of proton. ठीक है? It is electron is represented by, अगर इलेक्ट्रॉन को हम रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं स्टूडेंट, माइनस ही का मतलब नेगेटिवली चार्ज है, तो प्रोटॉन को P+ मतलब पॉजिटिव चार्ज है. The mass of electron is considered negligible and its charge is -1. So this is not a complete story, but these are the results of the experiments which have been done by the scientists with their names. We have listed it here. ठीक है, इनको नोट कर लीजिए स्टूडेंट्स. स्टोरी है, ये स्टोरी है, पूरी कहानी है. Discovery, structure of atom discovery is most important part, because only after the particles were discovered, subatomic, then began the science of electricity, science of magnetic fields. जो भी appliances हम use कर रहे हैं students, whatever we are working, all this nuclear reaction, everything comes after this structure of the atom. So a lot of scientists were there. It's not a job of 1 month or 1 year. There's a work, there are experiments, and we will study them in complete details in our higher classes in physics. So students, by now, without going into complete details of the activities and experiments which were performed by the experiment, it seemed likely the atom was composed of protons and electrons, mutually balancing their charges. Now, this information is there that there are charged particles inside the atom. Okay? There are charged particles inside the atom. And you are saying one of the particle is electron, which we are saying are negatively charged. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But on the whole, matter is neutral, which we have. Atom is neutral. It is very clear if atom is neutral. If there is some negative charge, there must be opposite charge to balance it. Therefore, that's what we have said, that balancing charge is here protons. Okay? So matter, we can say atom is composed of electrons and protons. So these are positively charged. What are these? Opposite charge, what we mean positively charged. So they will mutually balance. What will they do? Mutually balance the charges. Okay? So that the atom as a whole becomes neutral. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So equal number of positive charges and equal number of negative charges, they will make it neutral. But what happens when you rub something? When you are rubbing, there are atoms. Atoms are being rubbed, student. So what is happening? Some negative charge is being lost. If a negative charge will be lost, student, what will happen? It will have some charge. It will become charged, student. What charge? If electron is lost, positive charge will be there. And this positive charge, when I will put in front of the other object, what will it do? It will create negative charge in that. And then opposite charge will attract. That is what we found in certain activities. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So now we are understanding. Oh, rub it, rub it. This balloon, rubbing. What is happening? Some electrons are lost because they are easy to be lost. They are easy to be lost. That we will study in the structure of the atom. So negatively electrons lost. Some they will positively charged, and when we bring over the wall, they will generate a opposite charge in the wall, and then they will stick. They will stick. All right. So it appeared, and it also appeared protons were in the interior of the atom, whereas electrons could be peeled off, but not the protons. Interesting third point. The protons are not peeled off. And what were there? It appears, we are saying, everything has some experimental evidence for which we are saying. It appears, they are saying, protons are in the interior of the atom. Agar something is in the interior, it is difficult to remove it. And electrons loose and can be peeled off. Okay? So electrons can be peeled off. They can be lost. So can be peeled off, but not the protons. So this explained the phenomena of the charges inside the atoms. That matter is charged. Why it should be charged? Because there will be charged particles inside the atom. And what is the result of rubbing, peeling off the electrons? And they will become charged and they will generate opposite charge to which they are attracted. Okay. Then students, there was another important discovery. Neutrons. Neutrons are basically neutral particles. Again, you will study in higher classes why they should be there. Otherwise, atom will not be stable. And the mass of the atom cannot be explained. 1932, James Chadwick, scientist. What is the name of the scientist, student?
J. Chadwick.
Chadwick discovered another subatomic particle which had no charge and a mass nearly equal to that of a proton. So what they say, there is a discovery of the neutron, student. No charge. What mass is equal to? Almost, mass almost equal to, nearly equal to. They are saying nearly equal to protons. And you know, neutron and protons are how much heavier than the electron? 2000 times. Electron
Yes, sir.
mass is very, very small. So they were named as neutrons are present in the nucleus of all atoms except hydrogen, except hydrogen. Exceptions are there. Important question. Hydrogen does not have a neutron. Which element does not have a neutron?
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen. In general, neutron is represented by N. The mass of atom is therefore given by sum of the masses of protons and neutrons present in the nucleus. Nucleus, what is nucleus? We'll show you by an experiment in this chapter. So students, in our story, by now we are saying the atom has got three subatomic particles. What are the three subatomic particles which we have discovered, students? Tell me.
Electron, proton, and neutron.
Okay, electron is there, proton is there, and neutron is there. What is a charged particle, student? When I say a particle is charged, what it means? A charged particle is having an electric charge. In physics, it might be an ion, such as molecule or atom, having an excess or deficiency of electrons in comparison to protons. It may be also an electron, a proton, or another primary particle, all of which are thought to have same charge, except antimatter. An atomic nucleus devoid of electrons, such as alpha particle, might also be charged particles. So when I say there are charged particles, student, so it can be an atom. For example, if I say atom sodium, this is neutral. But if it loses an electron, student, if it loses an electron, then I can say it becomes positively charged ion. An electron is negatively charged. And there are negatively charged particles also, which have, this is a deficiency of electrons. Na plus is electron deficient, student. And if I write Cl plus electron, student, it becomes electron rich. So they have become charged, students, charged particles. And there are alpha particles which have +2 charge. So there can be charges on the particles. And because there are charged particles which are present inside the atom. And what will be lost, student? Mainly electrons will be lost. The loss of proton is difficult. It is bound by strong forces, and that will happen only in nuclear reactions. You are aware of nuclear reactors in your country? Nuclear reactions, you are aware of atom bomb, hydrogen bomb, nuclear. So therefore, student, interesting story is before us, that the atom is divisible. What we are saying, student? Atom is, first of all, what do you now conclude? Atom is divisible or indivisible?
Divisible.
Atom is divisible, student. First, we have answered. Then, what are the particles which are present in the atom? Subatomic particles. Which subatomic particles have been discovered, student? Electrons,
Protons and neutrons.
Protons and neutrons, student. Electrons, protons, and neutrons. What is the charges given to the electrons?
Negative charge.
Negatively charged. Protons, positive. Neutrons.
No charge.
And what is the mass of the electron comparison to protons and neutrons? We gave you 1/2000 times.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So students, we began this topic with certain questions. I wrote about 10 questions. Did we answer those 10 questions by now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Okay. One of the top questions in this is given in the NCERT book itself. He says, what are canal rays, students? What are canal rays? Question number 1 on the screen. What are canal rays? Canal rays are positively charged radiations emitted from discharge tubes anode end. You have seen discharge tubes are used for performing experiments. There are 2 electrodes which are used. You will learn more about this in the higher classes. One electrode is called the anode, which is a positive plate. Other is called the cathode, which is a negative plate. And what happened, student? They used discharge tube, a gas was used. What they found? From the anode and certain rays were emitted, which were called as anode rays. And this led to the discovery of what, students?
The protons.
Protons. Protons were discovered after a series of experiments. The particles that contribute to positive charge are known as protons. So what do you mean by canal ray, student? Positively charged radiations. What are these? Positively charged radiations. What is the importance of the canal rays? They led to the discovery of
Protons.
protons. Very good, very good. Okay, this is an important question. They ask you so many times in the exam. Okay. The particle's mass was discovered to be 2000 times greater than that of electron. They discovered experimentally the proton is 2000 times heavier than electron and was used to symbolize P. The positive charge is Coulomb is a unit of the SI unit of the charge. Coulomb. Coulomb is, student, SI unit of charge. You will learn it in higher classes. Okay. And the charge was found to be 1.610 minus is the absolute charge of a proton, and mass. You see how small is the mass of the proton in grams. 1.6 into 10 minus 24 grams, student. And is regarded as one of the smallest particles in the universe, which has the mass of the hydrogen atom. We represent it by +1 unit. +1 unit. And the charge of the proton is how much, students? In SI unit, 10 minus 19 coulombs. So you can see the proton is positive and electron is negative. They have equal and opposite charges. Charges are equal, but opposite. One is positive, other is negative. something amazing happening now. Very, very important and amazing results. Another top question is on the screen, students. If an atom contains one electron and one proton, will it carry any charge or not? This is a question before you on the screen, students. Top question, structure of the atom.
Sir, there will be no charge.
One electron and one proton. So equivalent opposite charge is -1 and +1. What will happen? Equal and opposite charges, what will happen? So the result will be this has 1 unit negative charge. This has 1 unit
Positive charge.
positive charge. So what will be equal and opposite charges cancel. Cancel each other. So net charge 0. So it will not, will it carry any charge? Neutral. No charge. There will be no charge. Here is a further information, students. You can note down particles which we, this is our concept board, student. My concept board. What I have given the key takeaway. The key takeaway from today's lecture, student. What we discovered, 3 particles, protons, neutrons, and electrons. Relative mass 1 electron 1/2000 times. Relative charge, proton positive, neutron neutral, electron -1. Actual charge +1.6, 10 - 19 coulomb, 0 -1.6, 10 - 19, and masses in kg, student. Proton mass 1.67, 10 - 27. Neutron also almost equal to the proton, and mass of the electron 9.1, 10 - 19. Negligible as compared to mass of the proton and mass of the neutron. So I hope, student, you have understood the subatomic particles which are present inside the atom and what are their charges and what are their masses. And the story began with a series of experiments which were performed and the name of the scientist who discovered protons, neutrons, and electrons. Who discovered the electron, student?
J.J. Thomson.
Okay. Then canal rays were discovered by whom?
E. Goldstein.
Okay. Neutrons were discovered by? I gave you a name of James Chadwick.
Yes, sir.
All right, student. We end up the session here with complete details. And we hope that these lectures will be very helpful for all the classes, higher classes as well. And those people who have not subscribed to our channel, they can subscribe and get plenty of important and valuable information. And please ask your friends to subscribe the channel because we are providing very, very important information. All the information may not be available in the 9th class physics book. They may be available in higher classes also. We are trying to give you more details. Okay, bye-bye. Then I will see you in the next class.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.